Hello, y'all. My name is Jreg. I'm also known as the anti-extremist, or simply, the extremist. Yeah, so I'll make this quick. I'm from another universe, alternate timelines, yada yada yada. You know about those multiverse theories and stuff. So in my timeline, ideologies are different, although the status quo, annoying as they are, always stays the same, even if the extremes are far different from your world. This is due to a change in history. So in 1997, once Chinese leader Deng Xiaoping dies, his ideology of a socialism with Chinese characteristics advances. In 2014, during the Hong Kong protests, the revolution spreads across the country, with the new leader of China finding a solution, allying the libertarian capitalist ideals of Hong Kongers with the totalitarian socialism of China. Thus, he creates Capcom. The free economic zones of China become anarcho-capitalist free cities, but they are all surrounded by a Maoist totalitarian state, which kills billionaires monthly and redistributes it to the people, although they keep some of it for the state. The newly named People's Free China funds libertarian movements and basically buys all the relevant people within the movements, aka the wealthy businessman who actually keeps that thing running, and they're able to keep the country together, with surveillance and social credit Bitcoin being provided by private companies who have the Capcom Chinese state as shareholders. China quickly becomes an economic powerhouse, reaping the benefits and becoming so influential that Eastern Russia becomes a Capcom-free Russia, with Soviet nostalgia taking over the area, with support from the wealthiest companies. The sudden change in the political compass forces the libertarian ideologues to move into mainstream politics, becoming accelerationists themselves in a way of using politics only to become corrupt and wealthy, as the money takers want to destroy the neoliberal state from within, rotting it until it dies. The fascists begin to lose the pipeline support they formerly had in the libertarian right, with the alt-right slowly dying out. But some have an idea and begin to create a hippie version of fascism to better appeal to the progressive moderates, which they call Homo Fascism, and use it to infiltrate mainstream politics. More trans secret police. More gay death squads. The remaining homophobic fascists, furious with the direction their alt-right movement was going, became more and more anti-state, taking over anarchist movements and strengthening the anarcho-fascist cause. And with that, all the four extremes of the compass became what they are now. A simple push. Now, let's talk about what they actually stand for. Capitalistic Communism, or Communistic Capitalism, is the idea that revolutionary communism is not realistic, and that anarcho-capitalist utopia is also impossible due to the rise in statism. Their main idea is to create an anarcho-capitalist society in free cities that would have a non-aggression pact and a free market. But, to please the socialists, there would be a totalitarian communist state around it that would kill the top 0.1% of society and distribute their wealth to the people. Some people have complaints about this, as they think the richest billionaires will try to find a loophole in this. But I'd like to see them fucking try with CCTVs on all their roofs. And besides, if they gave their money to someone else, we would just kill that other person. If they gave it to charity, the charity owners would have to spend it quickly or they would get killed. It's a fair and equal system. Except for the fact that the media would end up wanting to please the state and would try to censor. This content was removed by the People's Free China. Serve the rich people. Homo Fascism, or Homo Nationalism, is an ideology that is nationalistic, authoritarian, assimilationist, but culturally left. It basically wants social rights, but only for a select group of people. The supporters are obviously made out of LGBT fascists who use their identity to please the liberal status quo and grow in politics, outshining the regular fascists. They would use organic CO2 poison gas on their camps, and all the prison guards would be lesbian. The police would wear all pink. They would make military parades on Pride Month, white pride and gay pride. and war criminals. Huh? Why does that sound familiar? Anarcho-fascism is a racist, I mean an identitarian view of anarchism. With high support of tradition, assimilationism closed borders while having no state. The anarcho-fascists support a commune of similar people who share the same identity and values as them. Their praxis is basically always being armed to threaten minority government officers or joining riots only when it's against a leftist state. They also like infiltrating anarchist groups and taking them over using their secret forums and dog whistles, especially pacifist ones, inciting violence within them. That is, by the way, based. Money-takerism is an ideology created by libertarian politician Jordan Ruiz Escobar Garcia, which was adopted by a lot of dissidents from the former libertarian movements who were bought by the Capcoms. They realized that the only way to destroy the state is to join it, becoming politicians only for corruption, money laundering, and beating capitalism by becoming the richest, destroying the state using totalitarian ways and everybody's trust in it, making it become so fragile it just falls and breaks into miserable little centrist pieces. They are also known for calling themselves money takers and are pro-robbery. All your wallets belong to us. So, we also have the ideologies on the wacky scale. Sure, those I just stated might seem like wacky to you, but that's because your universe is filled with fucking normies. Anyways, the wacky ideologies are anarcho-national Bolshevism. They want an anarchist commune with mutual aid, but only to people that share their ethnicity and moral values. All the supporters are 12 to 15. This guy doesn't have the political views that much. He's authoritarian and pro-disarmament, but only for everyone but himself. All the supporters of this ideology are either gun maniacs or paranoid politicians. Accelerationists are people who want society to accelerate towards one point, for it to crumble and reach another. Like, if they want socialism, they accelerate to the worst kind of capitalism so it collapses. The reverse is the same for capitalist accelerationists. Some people think their ideas make no sense and that the ones in power will know when to stop and they'll just hold on to the system, but accelerationists just call that slow thinking. Eco-fascism wants to create a fascist state with strong traditions and a militarized society. The strong state would enforce environmental policies, while also keeping out refugees and the degenerates that they blame for starting littering and pollution anyways. Obviously, any harm to nature would be punishable by death. Techno-primitivism synthesizes the ideas of anarcho-primitivism and transhumanism, with the use of robotic enhancements while living in a primitive society. For an in-fiction example, look at Horizon Zero Dawn. We also have Bleeding Heart Libertarian, which is a culturally left and economically right capitalist, and the Overtones, but you'll understand them later, and they already are popular or were popular in your world, so why the hell would I bother? Anyways, all those ideologies will be loyal allies to us, as we, the anti-extremists, fight the anti-extremist cause, which is moving its status quo hands to erase us all.